In the spy case, if we come to the spy case, the result of the spy case, of course, spy case is something more complicated in the sense people made a false case.
Yeah, so let's hear the false case first.
Yeah, in the false case, what happened is all of a sudden they started telling that we had transferred technology.
Through this Maldivian woman.
Through the two Maldivian women who are 8th standard educated. They can't understand, they can't speak English. Forget about it. They can't even do any damn thing. In the sense, they came for a different purpose.
What were they here for?
Both of them are having different, same agenda. They want to see, Maldivian generally come to India, particularly to Kerala. One is for education. Their children get educated here. And second one is for treatment, medical treatment. They get treated in our best hospitals. And third one is tourists. And fourth one is they accompany some tourists as an interpreter in language and all. But this particular woman, one is fluent in English.
One is fluent.
Another one can't speak any words together. But she came purely to put her child into a school in Bangalore. And she also had a health problem. She wanted to go through a heart surgery. But finally they landed into this soup. And this was...
But they were caught in Trivandrum or in...
Yeah, in Trivandrum. Actually, they were not caught. It was thrust upon them. A poor woman, they can't do, they are alone. And they are from a country which is a subservient country to you, so they really suffered. Now they were forced to say, you do this, you tell this, you tell that, you bet, this fellow, all kinds of false stories. The whole thing was fabricated by IB and Kerala police. Now, IB and Kerala police, when they fabricated this story, what could have been their purpose? What was their motive? Of course, the story goes by saying that the Kerala police, one of the Kerala police officers were trying to misbehave with
with one of the Maldivian women.
And then she was telling that we will complain to the police, and then that has made him to protect himself. So he started doing an offence. That was one story. Another story was that
The second version was?
The second version was that there were political inclinations. The Congress party, at that time the chief minister was Mr.
Karna.
The ruling Congress. So in the Congress itself, they wanted to bring him down and then install Mr. A.K. Antony. Then there is a third version. No, the UDF, LDF, these are the two collaboration partners. So the left parties joined together and wanted to bring down the UDF government. And like that there were so many stories. And I had analyzed the whole thing. Before I go to that, let me tell you the end of the story. So they were trying to fabricate this story for whatever may be the reason, which we will find out. And the end result was that the case was handed over to CBI, and the CBI has done a thorough investigation and then finally concluded that this is a fabricated case and it is a false case.
It's a false case.
And they submitted their report in the CJM court, Ernakulam, and the court accepted.
CJM is Chief Judicial Magistrate's Court.
Chief Judicial Magistrate. And then he accepted it, and then he sort of discharged all the accused. 6 accused were there. 2 Maldivian women and 4 Indian. And then some people went on an appeal against that judgment. All of them were dismissed by the High Court. But the Kerala government finally got into some other funny idea. They wanted to re-investigate this case by another committee, another high level, more than the high level officers of CBI. Actually, in this case, since this was so sensationalized, CBI themselves were very cautious. And the team which did the investigation, you won't believe, includes almost all the top IPS officers in the country. For example, the director CBI was Vijay Ramarao. And then number 2 is D.R. Karthikeyan, who did the Rajiv Gandhi assassination. Then Ashok Kumar, another IPS officer who was assisting the D.R. Karthikeyan. Then M.L. Sharma, who is presently the Information Commissioner, Government of India.
Government of India?
Yeah, he's in Delhi.
I see.
M.L. Sharma. And then you have P.M. Nair, who retired recently as this is called National Disaster Management Group, Director General. Then you have P.C. Sharma, who eventually became a member, National Human Rights Commission. Then you have this Arun Bhagat, who became the IB director after this episode. So on and so forth. So you can't imagine a team better than this brain. Their main worry was, when the entire media here says that there is a rocket transfer, etc.
Rocket transfer technology has been sold.
Sold.
To who? Did they say to
Pakistan.
whom? To Pakistan.
Through the Maldivian woman who will who will take this to Korea, and then from Korea it will come to Pakistan, to all kinds of funny routes. Actually, the two allegations were, main allegation was that I have sold the cryogenic technology. The cryogenic technology, even today, this case happened in 1994. See, 18 years are over, roughly. Even today, we don't have the technology. So even after 18 years, what we do not have, how could I have sold 18 years back? Okay, that is number one. Number two is that this particular technology can be never used for missiles.
Cannot be used for missiles.
No, cannot be in the sense it is difficult. Okay, put it this way. Nowhere in the world there is a cryogenic missile. Put it that way. Because the preparatory time is very heavy. If you want to prepare a cryogenic system, the launch capability, launch sequence, it will take more than 48 hours or 72 hours. No missile will wait up to that much a time. Once a decision is made, you launch. So in no way it can be told that it can be suitable for missile. So they sold all these lies put together, and then they dragged this case. And finally, of course, the Kerala government wanted to reinvestigate.